Alright, we're at Fort Myers Beach. I am locking the car. And this parking lot is at full capacity, so I had to park in what I would call a non-conventional parking spot. But hopefully it'll be okay, and hopefully my car will still be there, not towed when I get back. It's a perfect day for bicycling. Perfect day for any beach activity. Tons of people bicycling. I mean, I'm looking over towards the right, and people park their bicycles and over here and are walking over the bridge to the beach. Not me, I would have bicycled over the bridge, but some people can't make it. Alright, just downshifting a little bit, making it a little easier for me to pedal over the bridge. And that's all you need to do. Just take your time. And I mean, I'm not totally physically fit myself. I am in good shape, but you know, people are daunted going over this bridge. I would say it's about 6 stories high. So, you know, you have to be in good physical stamina to get over the bridge, but you can walk your bike over and coast down the other side. So I just don't see a problem. I don't know why people have to park their bicycles at the foot of the bridge here. But I guess people just want to walk over the bridge. They don't realize that there's a bike lane right here. It's perfect. People are going to be scared of the oncoming traffic. I don't blame them. There could be nails and glass and porcelain. Anyway, today is the 26th of February. It's about 85, 86 degrees out right now. Patchy clouds. There is an overabundance of happy-go-lucky people heading to the beach. From the looks of the tide, looks like the tide is out right now because I can see sandbars exposed on Matanzas Pass here. And I better keep my eye on the road because I almost crashed. I'm looking out on underneath the bridge and out towards the open water. Tons of boaters. Oh man. Definitely people are using up gasoline right now, that's for sure. Enjoying themselves while they can. I hit a couple garage sales. This morning I went out garage selling, and garage sales were pretty good. Spent $12. I passed up on a lot of good things too, but I'm not going to go into detail. I almost had another home run finding two big jewelry boxes full of gold-filled chains. It didn't look like that from the top, but the owner didn't know how to price it. As the owner looked closer, discovered all the chains and stuff. So it was a good deal. They were selling it for $1 a chain, but I have thousands of them. I have like 6,000 of them already, so I'm not going to buy a couple more. Especially for $1 each, or I'm trying to sell them for $1 each. Some of mine are selling for $2. And some of the ones I have with diamonds sell for $5, but $1 is not a buy price. Now, if they were 25 cents each or less on average, then yeah, I would buy them. Alright, so hitting tons of traffic, and I can't believe that I'm coming to a standstill here. Alright, this is a risque maneuver. Alright. Well, they shouldn't be in the bicycle lane. Shouldn't be in the bicycle. So I'm just gonna bicycle where I shouldn't bicycle. I'm trying to sell. There's no real food smell at the moment. Wish there was. sometimes I come inside and I can smell like a lot of pizza, and, the sandwiches, the fish, but I don't smell it this time. A little bit different. I normally don't go on this side of the road, but because of the traffic, I'm over here. Because I'm on a bicycle, I get to put on the curb. Hello. Right. 2,000 flavors, and it's been in business for at least now going on 30 years. I used to own a restaurant here, Times Square, where Kilwin's Ice Cream is right now, or Kilwin's Fudgery. They're still there, I'm not, but they moved in, I think it was in 91 or 92. Okay, where are you going to go? Alright. Hello, baby. Hello. Thank you. Traffic's diverted me up here. Otherwise, I'd be on the bicycle path. We're going to the end here. Going down to, I forget the name of the... Thank you. Sorry. We're going down. Man, look at all these people coming up. Everyone likes to set up down here because of the, there's bathroom facilities down here. There's food, there's drink, there's a pier, so it appeals to multi-generations. So, and they want to hear this music down here, and it's just a nice, very inexpensive way to hang out with other people, and other people with positive attitudes think the same way. So, you can call us yokels, but you know what? We know how to have a good time. And we know how to have a good time. It doesn't cost that much. And that's basically what you want in life. It doesn't take money to have a good time. It takes a frame of mind, like bicycling. It doesn't cost that much. You just have to make sure my tires are pumped up good, don't have any holes in it, oil the bike, wash it down. This is exercise. This is good. It's good for the body. And what's good for the body is good for the mind. So, but you have to balance that life. You have to have, a balance between work, and if your work is physical activity, then that's great. Then you can spend the rest of your time relaxing. But if you do it like I do, involved with real estate and programming, and most of the time I'm just sitting down on the computer doing research or programming, then I have to balance that out with exercise. So I wish I just had an endless stream of people wanting to buy property, and then I could just run to them with contracts and get all my exercise in. I had to switch because oncoming bicyclists. Hello. So yeah. So we're going down to, I think this is called Wiggins Pass, and this is my normal outing. I always go down this way. So the only thing I forgot to wear today is I normally bicycle with surf walkers on, so that if I'm caught between low and high tide and I have to swerve towards the water and I have to put my foot down, surf walkers are perfect. They're very lightweight. They let your foot breathe. So they're really good beach bicycling attire. You should wear or use surf walkers when bicycling on the beach. But today, I just finished garage selling, and I wasn't thinking. I was running behind. I had to prepare the bicycle a little bit, oil it, WD-40 the chain. I had to download all my garage selling videos onto the computer, start to compile the video. Yeah, unfortunately, I just don't upload my raw videos. I have to put a header, footer, and other captions on it, so I have to compile it as a project type of programming. Alright, so up ahead, Wiggins Pass. That's a sanitation crew. They're obviously trying to vacuum out a blockage in the sewer. I turn to the left is the Pink Shell Resort. Very, very well-known, renowned resort. And the largest on Fort Myers Beach currently. Diamond Head would be the second largest. Lanakai is a close runner-up. But there is a new hotel being built called Margaritaville. We'll pass by it on the beach. It's still under groundbreaking phase, but they have a lot of support concrete columns up. Alright, so Wiggins Pass. I see a lot of bicycles parked at the bicycle racks. Yeah, I don't like parking my bicycle out in open sunshine because black tires absorb sunlight, the air inside will expand, and I like 65 pounds, and my tires, 65 is kind of like the max you can put in them, so if I left them out in the sun, on your left, thank you. Alright, so we're going to have to walk because unfortunately I only have 2.5-inch white tires. Check out this direction here. Oh, so I'm wearing sneakers today, which is terrible because they're like sand magnets, and by the time I get home, I'll have socks and sand inside my shoes. I'll try not to step down in the surf. Unfortunately, that'll take away half the fun of jumping off the bike and seashelling at the same time. But most of the good seashells, I'm here at Fort Myers Beach, most of the good seashells are, if you can look over there across the water, that's Sanibel Island. So the lighthouse is right in the middle there. You can see it just barely sticking up out of the water. That is the place to go for seashells. There's an offshore reef, kind of due straight ahead right now, maybe about 3 to 4 miles offshore. That produces most of the seashells for at least the Shell Harbor area. And then the other seashells down by Blind Pass, they come from a little, I think near Redfish Pass, which is out by Captiva. There's a offshore reef that provides most of the seashells for Captiva and Sanibel that wash down. Longshore current comes from north to south. I gotta mount my bicycle again because I can feel the sand is hard enough to bicycle on. If I can get enough momentum. Here we go. Alright, so this looks like a mid-tide. It's not high, that's for sure. But it's not totally low, but it's low enough that it exposes this nice little sand area. Looks like the tide had just receded, or there was a wave that just came in here, and the sand is slightly wet, but it's not going to spray my phone. Oh my! So this is pretty cool. So I have a guy stopping by my house later to buy something, so it might sound like I'm in a rush because I am. Not necessarily, because a lot of people that say they're going to stop by always reschedule for some reason. You know it. There's always a reason to blow something off. I don't know why people do that. They're just delaying their life. They're inevitable. A lot of people are looking. Yeah, there's a lot of people here, so they're going to think I'm crazy talking to myself, but a lot of people are looking at me and the bike, and my cell phone's doing recording, so they can see themselves, so they know I'm recording them. Because I had the screen turned on. Unless the screen went black, which I don't know about. They can see themselves. Alright, so we're passing the Pink Shell again. We're going southbound on the beach. I wish Lou Reed was with me right now. He could sing a song, but he usually goes east and west. I'm going kind of eastbound. Eastbound and down on the beach. Wish I had my loaded up and trucking because I could use some Coors right now. Rod. I was at the Coors Brewery in Denver, Colorado. Well, that's a massive plant. Definitely worth the trip just to see the Coors Brewery. And I'm not sure what they do with the sediment, but I'm pretty sure Coors mines the sediment under their bottling plant there in Golden, Colorado. They must make a couple $1 million a year just in gold, so it pays for itself just for them to be on that Clear Creek in Denver, Colorado, because they could get fresh mountain water especially in the not necessarily in the wintertime per se, because when there's raining or mountain runoff, then the water gets murky. But on those days where it's not raining and the water has a chance to settle to an equilibrium where it's not turning up the soil, then the water is clear. And I can see why they call it Clear Creek. It's cold and clear. And there's a creek that I went in Golden, Colorado, called Cold Creek, which is actually another name for it is the North Fork of Clear Creek. And that's where I made 6 gold mining videos about, it must have been about 2 years ago now. Maybe. It was right before COVID became a big deal. So the beach is, this beach is crowded today because this type of concentration of people, you don't really see this, at least in this area of the beach. You see this concentration closer to the Lanakai and Diamond Head, right in front of where the new Margaritaville is going to be. But you don't really see it out here, which means that the area that I'm coming up to is really crowded, and I'm probably going to have to walk my bicycle through that area. I can see it right now, where Times Square is. That I see some sandcastles. Pretty cool. Yeah, me and my father, we used to make lazen at the beach in Sanibel. Sanibel was awesome. We used to go to Sanibel every single July for every year, almost of my life. I started going there when I was, 5 years old. And every single year thereafter, I was always there, with or without my parents. Even now, I go there. But for the most part, I gave up on seashelling because I'm just too good at it, and my vision's not as great as it used to be. I still look for those winter traps, though. I go there with my daughter. She's a grown adult now too, but I would think that she would still love to find a winter trap. So we're passing, Beta Beach Suites. I'm trying to see if I see the Shell Best Western. There is a Best Western here. I forget what it's called now. A lot of these places change names often. I mean, not like Diamond Head or Lanakai or anything, but a lot of these smaller places, they have a corporate renaming, regrouping, and they change their names and bingo. Some people with electric bicycles. Hello. People with electric bicycles on the beach. It's pretty awesome. I have an electric bicycle at home, but I don't bring it on the beach because it's made out of steel, and steel would rust real easy. So I only bring the bicycles that are made out of aluminum or composite. Even though this bicycle I'm riding on, it does have steel handlebars and steel struts, which all bicycles have. You can't get away from that. So I have to spray that with some mineral oil when I get home, with some baby oil, which is almost the same as mineral oil. And put WD-40 on the chain. And of course blow all the sand, wash all the sand off too. Let it dry out in the sun for a little bit before I put it aside. So I got downshift a little bit because it's getting to a dense area, so I got to go a little slow. Hello. A lot of sandcastles. Pretty awesome. I'm not wearing sunglasses. I'm wearing ballistic glasses, so it makes seeing actually more exceptional. So it's not really blocking out the sun. It is taking the glare out of the sun. It's yellow ballistic glasses, but I could actually see a lot clearer going behind these people. Hope I don't have to step down. Perfect. Okay. I can see ahead in front of Pier 1. The tide is low enough for me to pass through without having to go around. All right. All right, it's crowded. Not as crowded as I came here like a couple weeks ago when it was really crowded. It's a beautiful day today. This camera has some good, what can I say? It has the ability to kill a lot of the like jiggling and a lot of the extra motion. It has motion canceling on some of the jittering the camera does. I'm just hoping it doesn't make people seasick when they view this later. I'm passing somebody doing a live stream on their phone. Ah, there's a cloud. So it's got a little dimmer. There's a lot of boats in front of. Okay, we're coming up to where the Margaritaville Resort is being built, and there's a lot of boats that are parked right offshore here. So right now, if this was like Diamond Head or Lanakai, they would forbid boats from parking in front of them. But because Margaritaville is not built yet, then there's no restriction. So they're taking advantage of it. Sometimes I've seen boats that they bring grills. They put the grills in their boat and they come right up to almost shore. They put a plank down. You can walk on, a lot of these boats are like pontoon boats, and you can walk on their boat. And they're like food boats. So you could buy drinks, food, and they're grilling, and it smells awesome. I don't see any right now, but you don't need a permit for that. You can come like within 3 feet of shore. So if people just don't mind walking out into the water, walking onto a plank and walking on someone's boat, they could buy, sausages and hamburgers. It's a really, it's an awesome business idea for people to come. And I'm telling you, people here are starving, and the prices aren't too bad in restaurants here. But obviously, if you can go out to some food stores and buy some sausage and grill it, even if you're spending $3 for a sausage, and you might be able to cut that sausage into 3 and sell it for $5 to $6. I mean, that's a nice profit there each. So $2 purchase of the sausage, selling it for $2 each. 3 of them, 6. So you're tripling your money, and you could probably buy in bulk and get it even for a fantastic deal. You could probably get a huge package of hot dogs, even beef hot dogs, for $6 for 24, and sell them for $1 each. So 6, 24. So you're making about $4, or 4 times, I should say. It's awesome. And you would sell that at least 48 hot dogs, no problem, within an hour. And if you had ice cream and soft drinks, or even beer, wow, you'd be making some big money. Okay, I'm going slow now. I'm going about maybe 2 miles an hour. I'm on middle gear, number 2, so. Oh, wow. Good catch. It's crowded. Yeah. That was a nice electric bike going by. Oh yeah, there's a party going offshore here. Looks like a lot of these boats are cruising up to one another and sharing drinks and sharing stories, and it's a pretty happening place. I'm telling you, Fort Myers Beach is one of the places to go to. You just want to relax and just get away and not worry about stuff. This is the place to go to. It does cost you though if you want to park But I parked on Little Stero Island, and it's free. And you can't park overnight there, but at least you could park there for free without the hassle of paying. At some points, it's $20 to $30 a day to park here. So a lot of people go to the Sanibel Causeway Islands because it's only $6 to go over the bridge, and it's free to park there. So, but the problem with the Sanibel Causeway is that you only have maybe 1 or 2 food wagons, probably 1 food wagon per island, and their prices are a little expensive. Where here, you know, you could bring your own, well, of course, in Sanibel you could bring your own. Here, there's also ice cream vendors that come up, but they probably charge a lot. But this is a good business. If you can get a license here in Fort Myers Beach to do this, wow. See, look at that. You just need an umbrella, some kind of a dry ice or propane-powered cooling system. Thank you. Oh, I've seen this guy before. He plays his trumpet or his tuba. I guess it's a tuba. He plays his tuba on the beach. This is pretty awesome. We're coming up to Diamond Head. That's that big building coming up over there. I hope his music is not copyrighted. I recognize the lyrics, but I forget the song name. Thank you. I think the last time I bumped into that guy with a tuba, he says he was earning some extra money for college, so he would come to the beach, play his tuba. So he's practicing playing his tuba, but he's also earning money, and he's also enjoying the beach. So it's the best of 3 worlds. Right now there's a little breeze and it's causing a little tiny surf, but it makes it all that more enjoyable because, you know, when you're out in the surf there, you want a little bit of waves, but it's very calm. So this is mid-tide. It's not high tide, it's not low tide. Low tide it would be down another foot and the sandbar would be exposed. I don't see the sandbars exposed, so it looks like the tide is still slowly going out. And you gotta be careful when you put your shoes down because you never know. It could be a little intermediary tide between the high and low, and it could wash your shoes away. A lot of dogs on the beach. This dog here, he wishes he's had an umbrella and a thing of water. There's a Lover's Key is a dog beach. And Fort Myers Beach is about, I don't know, maybe about 6 miles long, maybe a little longer. And Lover's Key is the next island south. It only has like, I think it has like 2 buildings on it, and the rest of it is unbuilt on. It's a state beach. But what they do have on the southern end of Lover's Key is they have a dog beach. And dogs love it there. So you let your dog off the leash, dogs run around. It's best going during low tide. But, you know, people are always there, all tides, and there is a little bit of beach even when there's high tide. And the dogs love playing in the water. They all, you know, join up in packs and play in the water. It's really cool to see that. There is a little, of course, with dogs come doggy do, so you just got to be aware that, you have to wash yourself when you leave that area. But there is a hose, so you can wash yourself down and your dogs. So, just make sure you bring a lot of towels and put them in your car so that when the dog gets in your car, they won't get that doggy dew that's on their fur, if there is any left, on your car. But no, it's an awesome place to go. I would go there with like little chocolate M&Ms or little gummy bears or little like cran raisins, and I'd be feeding the dog. Oh my God, the dogs love that, especially the cran raisins. They would just come right up to me. I would feed them. They would act like they're just sniffing me, but they know I have cran raisins. And, oh man, they love that. And then they would go back to the master, and then they would like go back to the master and see if the master was objecting. He wasn't, so they would sneaky. They would come right over to me again. I'd feed them some more. Oh, it was terrible. They're so cute. And people still feed the seagulls. So, see right now, this sandbar, this is like the farthest extension from the beach there is right now. The existing sandbar has kind of like piled up, so now it's part of the beach, but there is another sandbar coming, and actually another mile offshore, that's where the reef is that produces a lot of the seashells. So it's it only gets to about maybe 10-15 feet down, and then it rises back up. It rises back up, and the reef is only about maybe 6 to 8 feet down. So at low tide, you could definitely get off on the reef and walk it. And the reef it's about a mile long and about half a mile wide. So it's a real cool place to go snorkeling and looking for live seashells, big live seashells, that is. So a lot of these seagulls are tame. They're fed like constantly, so they don't even move out of the way you bicycle by them. So many people on the beach are so used to people. Little kids and dogs, yeah, they'll run away, but they know that the big people don't go after them. So, it's just a gorgeous day out. Yeah, I'm gonna come back on the beach too. Sometimes I come back on Estero Boulevard, but that's only if there's a strong headwind or tailwind. And right now, the wind is coming in perpendicular to shore, so it's not going to cause too much of a sound impression on the camera. So you can hear the surf for what it is. Beautiful surf noise. Listen to that. Nice little puppy dog being carried in the shade. It's such a cutie. Usually I bicycle all the way down to where those, you see it way down in the distance. Not that cellular tower, but about twice the distance down there are those blue and white tall structures. That's where the Publix is on Fort Myers Beach. That's pretty much halfway between splits Fort Myers Beach in two. That's like the halfway mark. So I like bicycling down to that point, and I turn around and come back the same way. So it takes me normally about an hour for the full trip.